No.9 has done it 3 times. Him alone, 10 did it once. He broke into Defense Force Base 3 twice. Kaiju number 10 did it once. Now you have No.9 not breaking into some random defense force. He's breaking into the main HQ. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Anime Rainbow. Today I got for you Kaiju number 8, chapter 48. What is going on? Well, if you remember where we left off from the last chapter, Narumi had just unveiled his Kaiju numbered weapon, something that we all foreshadowed that he would get due to the fact that he is the 1st Division captain. And after the unveiling of the Director General's wife, Hikaru Shinomiya, the 2nd Division captain, and her Kaiju numbered weapon, it was only a matter of time before the 1st Division captain unveiled his Kaiju weapon. The most surprising thing, or the most interesting thing that we found out about Narumi and his Kaiju weapon is that from the Director General's mouth, he said that Kaiju number 1 was able to unleash inescapable attacks. We have only seen the eyes of Kaiju number 1. What was able to produce these inescapable attacks that we have not seen from Narumi? Because as of right now, he's just using his bayonet to deal with Kaiju number 9. We have not seen any inescapable attacks, shockwaves or beams, or just explosions in general. We still don't know. There's a lot of things that I want to get to this chapter, so I'm not going to harp on it for too long. But Narumi deals with number 9 in a beautiful fashion, okay? He slices him right down the middle. Kafka and Kikoru has already handled their clone. And what begins to happen after this is it just all goes downhill, alright? Isayo, he's in the background. He's praising Narumi. He's praising Kikoru. Even though they've defeated the Hoju, there's still Yoju around. And Kikoru correctly identifies this, alright? They're about to call it in. They're about to say their praises. But she was like, no, we still have to clean up. Go straight to extermination tactics. And her father remarks on this and was like, the younger generation, they always surprise me. Narumi surprised him when he was younger. Kikoru, his daughter, is surprising him now that she is joining the defense force. But the odd thing about all of this is that even though Narumi took care of number 9, number 9 isn't down and out, okay? And Kafka even remarks on this, like, you can't just stay dead. When you look at the picture that's given to us in this chapter, I want to say it's page 15 or something like that. Well, maybe it's page 23. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. His eye is just hanging out, no pun intended. It's hanging out, and it doesn't look like an eye at this point. It looks mechanical. It looks like a robotic eye. And either number 9 is also an engineer, or all the humanoid kaijus come from that country we know nothing about that's playing around with human to kaiju skin transplant, something that was just mentioned and left alone. Obviously it's there to set up foreshadowing so it doesn't just come out of the blue later on and we say that it's a plot hole or an ass pull. That was him foreshadowing. This is another area of foreshadowing, because why would a kaiju have a mechanical eye? How would they put it there? He barely knows about communication here on Earth. How would he know about anything else? Especially something mechanical, especially if we're trying to, really move this android plotline in. I'm just saying, why does he have a mechanical eye? That's something to think about. Hold on to that because it's probably going to be important later. This is when Narumi, I guess, gets a time to actually think and break down information and process everything that he was just saying, because while number 9 was on the ground, he says this is when he was talking about making sure everything was straight for his other plane, right? No one knows what his other plane is talking about. Narumi, he's doing mental gymnastics, and he was like, what else could he possibly be talking about? And this is when the roof blows off the entire defense force. I'm being hyperbolic. They don't actually lose the roof, but it doesn't change the fact number 9 has done what I have said number 9 does every fucking time. The defense force's defenses are trash. Okay, they're worse than trash. They're dumpster juice, unless humanoid kaijus have a cloaking ability that I am unaware of, because I, for the life of me, cannot figure out how, even after defense forces being raided 3 times before this, they wouldn't put precautions and steps in place to not allow for kaijus to just walk in their fucking base. Are we... Number 9 has done it 3 times. Him alone, 10 did it once. He broke into Defense Force Base 3 twice. Kaiju number 10 did it once. Now you have number 9 not breaking into some random defense force. He's breaking into the main HQ, and not only is he doing that, he trips no alarms again at all. Like, he's not even just breaking in and doing his own thing. He's breaking in and standing behind the Director General, the highest force in the entire defense. base. The Director General, he just snuck up on them. Again, either they have an ability to suppress their aura, so to speak, or they have somebody on the inside that just lets him in whenever he wants. It's getting kind of ridiculous now that he is able to just go where he pleases and no one is questioning it. Defense Force 3, at no point did they were like, how did he get in? How did he get in either time? How are we just so permeable that these things can just get in and we don't know when they're here, what they're doing, or anything of the such? So with number 9 finally getting into the base, which I did call. I mean, I have been saying this since they first got to the ward or wherever they are. This isn't his real plane. He's always doing something in the background. He always has something else going on, and this is it. He's specifically looking for a compatible user, exactly like what we saw number 10 be doing, but they're trying to like kind of downplay it or pull the wool over your eyes, because he says, oh, I found the great kaiju power and I'm here to take it back. And he's referring to kaiju number 2. He was never referring to kaiju number 8. I never thought he was going to be able to beat him in a straight up fight. Kafka I'm referring to. But now he's in front of the Director General and he says, what did he say? He said, I found the kaiju power, or something to that effect. He found Daikaiju number 2 and he found a compatible user. The fact of the matter is that he was looking for Daikaiju number 2, but he just so happened to find a compatible user as well. He was drawn to the Defense Force from the aura that number 2 put off, and probably all the Daikaiju weapons, because I'm sure they all have their Kaiju's aura and fortitude in essence still lingering on the weapon. So if he does do what I think he's gonna do, if he is able to revive dead kaiju from just a weapon, he is going to assemble a fucking Avenger Endgame level army. Alright, and speaking of armies, I think I finally found something that 9 and 10 have in common. Before, I've always said, you know, they had nothing in common, right? They just happen to be humanoid Daikaijus. That was it. Well, here in chapter 48, we actually do have a connection. The first time we saw number 10, what was it that he wanted? What was it that he was doing? Well, he raided the Defense Force base with what? A Wyvern army. And he was looking for the person with the highest essence, which was the vice captain at the time. If Mina had been there, the captain, he would have went after Mina, because the only thing that he wanted was the strongest. Why? Well, I always speculated that he only wanted the strongest because of the humanoid to the human to Daikaiju conversion process. We have no information on the conversion process. I just assume there is going to be one because, you know, it just makes sense. I assumed that they needed a human as the base, and then they were going to convert the human to a Daikaiju, much like what we saw with 8, 9, and 10. Here you have a similar situation. Daikaiju number 9, what did he do? He raided the city. What did he raid it with? A ant army. What was his whole plan? His plan was to separate the 1st Division from the main HQ. Then he went after Iso Shinomiya to get back Daikaiju number 2 and a compatible user. The only thing that's different between 9 and 10 is that 9 isn't as brash and loud as number 10. I believe that if 10 actually did, he would have, you know, tried to take the base, but it's small, but it is a connection at the end of the day, because nothing that I see from chapter 48 makes me think that he is actually going to kill the Director General. But if he does go out, then he just goes out. It really, I'm like torn 50-50, or I'm split 50-50. Either he's gonna die or he's not. Either way, it's development for Kikoru, it's development for Kafka, it's development for Narumi. But I am really interested in seeing what is going to happen next chapter, if he is going to be able to overcome this, if Narumi and Kafka and Kikoru are able to be able to get back to the Defense Force in time in order to try to save Isayo, or if he's just gonna go beast mode, go old man sensei, and just exhaust the rest of his lifespan here and now, probably leveling the HQ. Best case scenario, I know this is the end of the video. Hopefully you made it this far. If you did, go plus ultra and smash the subscribe button. But in all honesty, I don't need, but perfect scenario, at least in my mind, both of them take each other out. Both of them take each other out and we usher in a new era. That's me, but I've rambled on long enough. If you made it to the end, thank you. If you are new, go plus ultra and smash the subscribe button. Let me know you rock with the content that I put out on the channel. Like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video. Comment on the video your thoughts about what you think is going on, how you think this is going to unfold, and if you think Isayo and Kaiju number 9 are both going to make it out of this alive. Is the Defense Force base even going to be there at the end of this, right? Kafka and the Director General took out an entire floor, and he was holding back, and well, Kafka wasn't, but you have number 2 now, and you have the Director General. Actually, you have everybody. It's kind of odd just how, actually no, he's ready for this fight. I'm gonna believe in number 9. If he isn't, there will be slander coming next video. Subscribe if you're brand new, and like always, until next time, I'm out.